I just built a native iOS app in 30 minutes from start to finish, and not just a glorified demo. This is a full tattoo creation app that allows you to design whatever you want, pick different inspirations, and then actually render it on your body parts. I want to get a tattoo. Now I can actually design it. And here's the crazy part. This isn't just some glorified little demo. This is an actual app that is ready to be submitted in the App Store with payment, the full App Store Connect set up, ready to deploy. I have the app already in test flight, and I'm doing this all using RORK MAX and their native iOS powerhouse tool that they just created that allows anybody with no tech skills to build iOS apps literally by using natural language. And this app is full blown. This isn't just some simple little thing. It has inspirations with different designs. I could then go in and create apps based on ideas, different images, resources, create a tattoo based on whatever I want. All right, enough of the talking, let's jump right into it. So first things first is you guys need a RORK MAX account. You can see right up here, you sign up and then you get access to their native iOS builder. We're gonna hit try RORK right here. You can see for iPhone, you can also do Android. And then of course there is the cross-platform if you wanna do Vite for web and also React Native plus Expo. But for us, we go iOS, because that's where the money's at. Next, we have our model selector. So we have Fable 5, we have GPT 5.6. So you know we're not messing around. We're going straight with Fable 5, and we're gonna go on extra high. It's by far the best model. Nothing even is remotely close to it. 5.6 Soul is pretty good, but Fable 5 is still better. Okay, next, all we have to do is go right into RORK and just give it a simple natural language explanation. So here it is. I want to build a native iOS app for tattoo designs. The whole idea of this app is I want to be able to use AI to generate tattoo designs using natural language with a prompt. And then I want to be able to select a style of tattoo. Then I want to be able to take that and then create a bunch of examples. And then once the tattoo is generated, I want to be able to modify it, improve it. And then I want to be able to actually try it on myself. So I take a look, if I take a photo of my arm with a tattoo, where it's supposed to go, then I want to be able to apply that tattoo and then have it fully baked in so I could see a final render. I want this to actually work from start to finish. Don't stop until we're done. And here's the thing, I'm showing you a really, really simple example, but you're gonna see what it could do with just this type of prompt. LLMs are getting so powerful, Fable 5 is amazing, and the way RORK works, it's gonna break this up and make a plan for us, and it's going to be perfect. And if you've never witnessed RORK MAX cook up an app in literally lightning speed, you're gonna be in for a surprise. So the whole idea with this is now with the power of what RORK is actually built, is you not only can build the app, you could now set up backend, you can add your own assets, you could actually set up your login authentication, you have an AI cloud that they now enabled with 280 different models, which is what we're gonna be using. Then we have a database, so if you want to be able to store profiles, images, all the stuff for our app. And then there's also some agentic stuff that you can play with when it comes to scheduling. So right now what RORK is gonna do is it's gonna cook up the actual plan for this. And as you can see down here, we are in plan mode right now. But the reason I'm excited about it because with their newest update, they allow you to literally one-click publish to the App Store. This is the part that's really crazy. You guys obviously need an Apple account. Go set that up. It's $99 for the year, but it's worth every penny because once you have that, you're going to be able to actually launch stuff in the App Store and participate in this gold rush. All right, perfect. Since we gave it the description, look at the first thing it asks you right here. Ink Muse, that's the name it gave it. I kind of like that actually. Generates custom tattoo designs with your description. AI edits and realistic previews the tattoo on a photo of your body. Your $1 starter credit is already in your balance. Enable RORK AI Cloud. So what this will do is this will allow us to have the cloud, which is right here, you guys can see, and now we're gonna be able to have access to all the models. And you can see right here, I mean, there is endless amounts of models, 302 different ones for coding, for image gen, for video, and then we could essentially enable this, and then we don't have to be dealing with API keys and doing all the technical stuff and MCP. It all is directly hooked up inside. So I'm gonna definitely do that. Enable cloud, it's just gonna make life so much easier. And then right here is the plan that was executed, 11 steps. Create the project, read AI proxy docs and verify image models, schedule app icons, which is what it's doing now, 15 style examples, build models, persistence AI services, onboarding, tap navigation, build and create the wizard for ideas, style, placement, shapes, build the results, design the editor, do all of the preview, build my tattoos, collect assets, and run, check, and fix everything. It's insane what these tools can now do. All right, here's some early designs of tattoos. I love it. This is exactly the style I'm going for, actually. So while that's going, let me show a couple of other things you can do. So right inside of RORK right now, you actually have native integrations to a simulator that can run directly on your phone. So they have their own. As soon as we have a build, we're gonna be able to connect this to our phone. You just gotta make sure your phone is plugged in, and then you're gonna be able to actually natively check it on the phone. It's the RORK MAX app, which you can get once you set up your account. And then also this was what allows us not to have to use Xcode, which is the native platform for Swift. For iOS. Everything is done in here. You literally don't need anything. You just need the account, you need to connect the account, and then we're off and running. And if this is your first video you've ever seen, my name is Marcin. I run a community called AI Builders. We have 650 members in here, all building, all creating, launching apps every single day. I actually woke up this morning to this win from Brian. He said, small win, 10 months in the making, my app is submitted. He basically was trying to build an app. He gave up. He couldn't do it. He joined our community, and within weeks, he had the app live in the App Store. This is the kind of stuff that we have in our community. Of course, if you guys are interested, come hang out with us. Not only apps, we do mobile, we do web, we do SaaS businesses, we do everything with agents. We have a ton of classrooms. We have a whole masterclass on Cloud Code and also CoWork. So come hang out with us if you're interested. It's just a little selfless plug, honestly, but I built it for you guys and also for myself because I was kind of tired of working alone, to be honest, at home by myself. So I created a community. I thought it was going to be 30 of us hanging out. Now we have over 650 people, and we've launched over 250 projects inside the community, and that's extremely what I'm proud of. And there's been over $1 million in revenue. So for those of you that are a little more technical, there's actually quite a few other things in here too. Obviously, you have your own environments variable, so everything's going to be able to be hosted. My favorite one, RevenueCat. So RevenueCat natively integrates now with RORK MAX for payment, which is what we're going to do here because we're going from start to finish. Oh shit, we are done. My favorite part, the reveal. Bang, let's see what we got. All right, we got a little onboarding. Let me move my camera so you guys can see. So describe any tattoo idea. A lion with a crown, a name and a date, a symbol of freedom. Just say it in your own words. So this is the onboarding. We could obviously skip it. So a Japanese dragon wrapping around the arm, a small butterfly with flowers, a minimal tattoo representing freedom. So these are the ideas. Okay, let's go to next. So this is the onboarding, first time. Ooh, choose your favorite style. Look how clean this is. I love it. All right, next. We're gonna go add rows around it. Yep, so generate it, edit it, wear it, get 4 original designs refined with words, then preview the link of the photo. Create my first tattoo. This is sick. Look at the copy too. Ink it before you ink it. I think that's actually a really good slogan. All right, so let's take a look at the menu system. So we have inspirations. If we click over, there it is. Look at that. We got all the different styles. So those are the images that are created for us. Then let's go to family. Let's see if it did all of them. So first, let's just have some fun. And then we're actually gonna design my tattoo. So a realistic lion with a crown in space with galaxy in the background. All right, let's try it. Hit continue. So let's see what the flow is. Pick a style. Minimalistic, fine line, traditional, neo-traditional, black and gray, realism, tribal. Let's actually go for this watercolor one. So it's visual. Then it says placement. So yeah, it's gonna go on the forearm. So here's all the options. Remember, I didn't even say what these options are. I just said I want the app to be able to pick a different part of my body. Then you can also do a custom one. So let's do forearm. Perfect. Hit continue. Then what is the shape and size? Vertical, horizontal, circular, wrapped around, symmetrical, freeform. So let's do a freeform. Size, 4 to 6 inches. Yeah, that's about right. And then a realistic lion. And then we got watercolor, forearm, generate, design. And let's see what happens. So if you notice, I didn't have to go in and connect any APIs, external services, any type of third-party stuff. With the cloud that RORK MAX now has, it's instantly using the, let me see which one, the GPT image 2. So the new one, the default one, which is the best one. And then also, if you want another one, it has Nano Banana 2 also selected because that is all inside of their cloud. Damn, look at this design. This is sick. Selected, we can redefine. Let's actually look at it full screen though. Whew, that's actually pretty good. I would obviously never get this, but you could get the idea. This is insane. Okay, so let's keep working on the app. So we can generate more, which we have, but also, as I mentioned, you could refine the design. So let's pick this one, and then now it's selected. Okay, so refine this design. So now it's going to bring up our refiner, It's got the shareability, describe a change. So now let's say, can you change this to a cat? No, let's do something funny, a chihuahua. Now it's going to re-render it as a chihuahua image. All right, perfect. I was actually hoping that this wouldn't work, so it didn't work. So we have an error, which is actually the first error with this whole app, as you've seen one shot at this thing. So now all we have to do is we're just gonna take a screenshot of this, and then we're just gonna drop it right into the editor, right here. And then we're just gonna say this. When I try using the refine feature and I click the magic icon to describe a change, this is the error I got. Can you look into the logs and figure out what the problem is? So I'm showing you the non-technical way, but there's an actual way for you to do this yourself. Let me show you that now. And all you need to do is you need to click on up here where it says code. You see that? And now you have the code and you see the actual logs. So what happened is this may cause spurring casting failures and mysterious crashes. One of the duplicates must be removed or renamed. So it has the file, it shows exactly where it is. Most likely it's a library mismatch, so it's probably trying to do two things at once, but it's gonna fix it right away. But that's how you do it. And then obviously we have our whole file structure, the file system, everything is native, everything is Swift. And now you can see what it says. It says that let me check the runtime logs and the AI service code to make sure that it's all working. So for those of you that want to use, a lot more of your skill set when it comes to development, you have access to all of it in here. So it's very vibe code friendly, but also if you are a professional developer, you could still use this platform because you could just move so much faster. So the great thing with also is all these sub agents that are underneath the hood, it actually checked, fixed the runtime error, and then it actually called it itself. So I don't have to test it. It tested it and everything was right. And then here was the problem. It was a structure with the image URL. So you could read through and see exactly what was wrong with it. Now it's gonna restart it. We're gonna get a fresh one. Let's go to continue where we left off. Oh, I didn't even tell it to do that. That's pretty dope. So let's go in there. And then let's say change this to a chihuahua. All right, let's see what happens. Let's hit it and see if it fixed it. And voila. Also, check this out. We now have version 1 and version 2. Oh, I love that it actually goes in and creates an artist page for us. So I didn't even tell it to do this. So check this out. So now there's a tattoo reference, Ink Muse. It shows the style forearm, and then this you can actually share and have on social media. What a fantastic way for actual marketing. I didn't even think about this, so well done. And remember, I asked it to create an editor for me. So if I click adjust, now we have all of the adjustments where I could mess with the contrast of the image. It does it all in real time. Also ink density, color intensity, shadow, mirror, rotate, all of it is in there. Let me cancel that. Okay, next what I wanna do is I wanna actually create the try it on feature, but I need the camera for that. So I'm gonna actually connect the phone, and then I'm gonna show you how to actually connect the phone to it and run the app so then you can be properly testing it on the phone. So now we have it here. You could see right on here, it says run on your device. So one thing you need to have is you need to have your phone set on developer mode. Inside of settings, privacy settings, you hit developer on, and then it's gonna be able to do it on your phone. And then look right here, it says run on your device. And now that's all you do. It's gonna give you the companion app if you don't have it. I'm just gonna say open. So now what we have is we have the actual QuickTime. I just brought up QuickTime so you could see that this is actually on my phone. All right, so now it's gonna be tested properly. So let's go AI Tattoo Design Studio. It's gonna prepare the app, it's gonna download it and install it. And now I'm actually doing this on my phone. So let's skip the onboarding because we know it works. Let's create a new tattoo. And this one, I have a really good prompt. So here's my prompt. A minimal forearm tattoo in a clear triangular composition with all the details. I'm not gonna bore you with the prompt, but you'll see the end result. And the styling I want this, geometric. We're gonna hit continue. We're gonna put this on my forearm. We're gonna hit continue. We're gonna go vertical, and then we're gonna do medium, generate design. It's just insane that you could do this now just running it on your phone straight out of RORK and not needing to open up Xcode. Like this is what I've been waiting for because you could just move so fast. And then we can still do so if we choose later with Xcode, but if you don't know how to use it, you don't even have to have it. And use the AR feature, the augmented reality feature. So now we're gonna click it, and then we're gonna hit try it on right there. So now it says, take a photo. So I'm gonna take a photo of my arm. It's gonna use all the camera feature. Actually, wait, let me do my arm that doesn't have the tattoo. All right, there it is. Oh, crazy. Look at that. That is wild. It all works. Man, we're living in an incredible time. There it is. I can flip it, I can reset it, I can AI blend it even. I could do size. opacity. I mean, guys, what else do you need? I'm gonna hit save it into my photos. There's my tattoo right there. We're gonna click into it and it all works. I mean, what else do we need to do? We have a full functioning app from start to finish. And here is our final image that's actually in our photo gallery. Damn, that's good. That's actually pretty nice, but I wouldn't do that on my arm. And just like that, we have a full app. Obviously, there's more work to do, you know, all the legal stuff, but you can just tell it to do that. Hey, make all of my legal stuff, terms of service, privacy policy. But more importantly, I want to actually get this into App Store Connect because I want to be able to push it directly to the App Store. But before we push it, we need one more thing, which I told you about, which is one of the biggest things that they've added. You go to analytics, and on the bottom right here, it says Connect RevenueCat. So I want payment for this. I want it to actually work properly and not just be a glorified demo, because this will take it to the next level. So all you do is you hit Connect RevenueCat. It's going to open it up, set up a free account. We're going to authorize it. We're going to hit authorize. Once it's authorized, it's going to say select a project. So we're going to create a new project, enter project name. We're going to call it Ink Muse. I kind of like that, actually. I think it's a good name. Hit go. And then it's going to set everything up for us. And as I mentioned, this is a native integration with RevenueCat. So it's going to be able to do a lot of stuff for us. And then if you go into RevenueCat, you could see Ink Muse project was already created. Okay, so now all we need to do is we need to go into RORK and just tell it what to do because it has access to RevenueCat. So here's what I'm going to say. Next, I want you to set up RevenueCat for me, the whole thing from start to finish. And I want the app to be a $29 per month app that gives people access unlimited tattoos to design and set up the paywall and also all of the payment integration so it all works. That's it. It's that simple. Check out what it's going to do next. Hit enter. All right, and just like that, everything is set up. In-app purchases skill. So it fired off the in-app purchase skill, set up the API keys. Environment variable are all set. It's configuring the SDK configuration, environment injection, and everything is being gated so it's protected. Craziness. Oh man, it's too easy. It's too easy. If during watching this video, you don't go and set up RORK MAX and start building your apps, I think you're making a huge mistake because this is the time. There is so many apps you can build. And right now we're doing like a fun viral tattoo idea. But if you have a business or if you have some crazy idea you want to do, go as simple or as complex. Start with simple, like I always say, just get stuff in the App Store so you learn the process. But you're watching it from beginning to end right here. I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm even showing you this idea. And this is a very profitable idea. So go rip this one off of me, just like I ripped off of another app that they ripped off of another app and another app. That's the name of the game, is you find apps, you make them better, and then you market them. That's a whole nother part. And I mentioned, that's what our community is for. We show you with all the marketing stuff. But now the fact that RORK can just do this, and we're talking 25 minutes into this build, I'm gonna have an app that we're gonna be able to actually submit to the App Store. So if you got people telling you that these types of things are only for developers or super techie people, you're watching me do it right now using natural language, using the power of RORK and being able to develop an idea from start to finish. I didn't put some sophisticated thing in here. You heard me and you saw what I did. You can now do this for yourself for any type of app. You want to build a fitness app? Go run with it. You want to build a new social media app? Go set it up. You want to build a fun app for your girlfriend, a communication app, a challenge app? I mean, you name it. You just put the idea in there, start using natural language. I'm showing you the buttons to push. And once you get in here, you're going to be able to obviously get faster, more efficient, and get stuff done even faster than I'm doing right now. All right, and we are done. Build passed. You can set up the whole flow right now in preview. Everything is there. And then we are pretty much good to go. So let's open up RevenueCat. And we're just going to hit refresh. And now everything should be set up. We already have a customer, which was the test. So it already ran the test for us and went through the whole process and actually built out. So we know it already works. Active customer, new customer. If you go over to the product catalog, you could see that it's set up the default catalog. And then we have the yearly, and also we have our monthly pricing coded up on its own. You don't have to go in here and mess around with any of this stuff. So now let's go check the app. All right, so here's our onboarding. Let's skip it since we've already done it. And then let's go in and try to create a tattoo. So let's have a little fun. How about an AI robot yelling, "Free me"? Let's see what we got. Let's pick a style. I kind of like this Japanese style, actually. I think that's super cool. So let's go with that. Hit continue. And then for this one, let's do a big chest piece right here. Let's hit continue. Let's do symmetrical. Actually, no, let's just do a horizontal. Let's do circular. All right, perfect. Then we got medium. This one is going to be a big chess piece. All right, generate image. And the way it's set up right now is you have your paywall, and this is after 3 free generation rounds. All right, so here's our first designs. I like it. Let's just pick one and then refine this one. That's pretty funny, actually. Free me. Let's do this one as a favorite. Okay, so next I want to talk about the App Store Connect, which is the official platform that you're going to be launching apps in. So let me open that up. It's the Apple one. You have to set up your account. And sometimes it takes 7 to 14 days to get it going. Let me log in. You just go to developer.apple.com and you sign in. And then once you're logged in with your account on your computer, all you have to do is say this. I have logged in my App Store Connect account, and I want you to connect it through the native CLI so you can control everything on the App Store and actually set everything up for me so I don't have to do anything, and then connect it with the in-app purchases in RevenueCat and also in here so everything is streamlined and it all works. Again, natural language. Just say what you want, and the systems are so smart with the native integrations that you're not going to have to go in, which is what it suggested. It said, hey, next you have to go in and integrate the in-app purchases and add everything. Make sure you add these matching subscriptions. Screw all that. We ain't got time for that. We're going to let RORK do it. And then you hit enter. Okay, and just like that, now it's going to go through and connect everything for us. And there it is. It already went into App Store Connect. It already created the app, Ink Muse, and then it's going to put all the information in there. It's going to make all the connections with RevenueCat 100% autonomously using agents for us. All right, next it's asking me for the paywall, a screenshot of the paywall. And right here, you guys can see if I go to profile, if I hit Go Pro, so we took a screenshot, we're going to drop that in right there. We're going to hit continue. So it's literally walking us through every single step inside of RORK. Want me to enable worldwide availability and then kick off a test flight build. Once we push this to test flight, then we're going to be able to send it to our team, do proper testing. So let's say yes. Hope you guys are enjoying this video. It's been fun making this video. Sorry it's a little long, 30 minutes, but we just literally went from start to finish idea to the App Store with payment, with backend, with everything. And it works. And we have a lot of intricate things that is actually happening with this app, as you saw. And this is just the beginning. Imagine you spent 10 hours. Imagine you spent 10 days and customize it and make it super stylish, dynamic with all the extra bells and whistles. So the purpose of this video is to show you what's possible with RORK MAX, not to make the greatest tattoo app, because I'm going to continue developing this, obviously, and make it much better than it is today, because the design is not the best design, but the point for me is making the functionality work and do all this other extra crap that I don't want to be doing when it comes to RevenueCat integration and also the App Store Connect, which there is a lot of stuff. And I didn't even mention, it can make screenshots for you. It could fill out everything inside of the App Store Connect, all the legal stuff. It can do everything. All right, worldwide availability is enabled. Now moving into the test flight build. And we're done. All right, it's done, available on test flight. So what test flight is, it's the native way to actually be able to distribute your app, especially to your team if you have other team members or you want to set it out for testers. So it's called test flight. And if we go to the App Store, here it is, Ink Muse. And then let's refresh, go to test flight, and we should have a build right here. There it is. Look at that, guys. And this is ready to submit. And then right here, it says everything is finished. And then there's only the last 2 bits made, which is obviously the in-app configuration, giving it the key that you download inside of RevenueCat, you upload it, and then it connects the 2 worlds, and then you are done. But I'm going to say one more thing. Yes, I want you to fill out the whole App Store Connect, including my screenshots, metadata, review notes, everything. I want it from start to finish with keyword research. Just fill out the whole App Store Connect for me fully. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. The agents they've built underneath this, all of the skills and plugins that they've added to RORK MAX over the last couple months, just makes this so much easier. Before you couldn't do this. Just so you guys know how fast this is advanced, you would have to go in and set everything up and be asking questions and figure out all the technicals. I haven't done anything technical. I've set up 2 accounts, and now I just told RORK, here's the authentication, here's how you log in, go run off and do everything. You could do this manually if you want, but why the hell would you if it could just build everything for you and do everything for you? All right, couple questions. Do you want to keep the current icon? I'm going to say keep it. Second question, what style should the App Store screenshots be? Dark and moody. Match the app style, dark, moody, ivory text, blood accents. I like it. Which screen should we show? Let me just pick the best 5. Which device for screenshots? iPhone and iPad. We want both. And then support contact email. Let's use mine. And then we're going to hit submit. That was hard. And of course, you can't have an app without a website. So do you want to create a web app? Yes. Let's create a website landing page with everything. So then when we connect our terms of service, privacy policy, Apple requires a website. It already knows that. It's using the skill for that. And now it's going to make one for us so we could have a website. Now the AI agent is going in and actually making screenshots for me. So it's literally using the app under the hood and then taking screenshots that it's going to be able to put into the App Store. All right, I finished our screenshots. Continue with 5 screenshots. And there it is. Now we have our 5 screenshots. Really beautiful, simple styling, but it's got the app screenshots in there with the design. I mean, this is pretty much ready to go, especially when you're first starting out. Don't overcomplicate this. Get your messaging down. Let RORK do all the heavy lifting for you so you can just continue building apps. And then the big thing for you is marketing. Get out there, start publishing, start sharing on social media that you're an app builder because you now are with the power of these tools. All right, next is the App Store metadata, which is our subtitle, keywords, promotional text, description. I'm not gonna bother reading that right now because I wanna keep moving to get you guys to the end point. But obviously when you're actually ready for launch, go through it, talk with your AI agent, do some research, best practices, all that stuff. But we know the skills that RORK has is probably going to be really good. But if you want to have more hands-on to customize it, then definitely do all of those things. I still highly recommend it, right? Make some really nice designs if you have it, inspiration, really focus and spend more time doing it. But the main thing is get it to build you the first version that you could actually publish if you want to, and then continue development into the actual product that you're building. And here is the website that was created. So now we have our app. And then also we have our website now with all of the information that is required by Apple to make sure that your app actually gets approved. But here's the best part. It wrote this based on what the app that was built. So it's going to give you really good stuff. I would still definitely read through this, run it to your AI, talk to your attorney, depending on what type of project you're launching. But this is pretty straightforward. It describes what it is, what it uses, what type of stuff are we saving, the privacy policies, everything is in here using best practices. And then the one that I've been waiting for, App Store Connect, you saw it was raw with no information. But now when we hit refresh, there it is. Look at that. We got screenshots, we got promotional text, description, all the links, everything is there. We go to app information, everything is in there. We got the names, everything is connected. Right here, pricing and availability, subscriptions. We now have our InMuse Pro, 2 subscriptions. So if we go back here, we can see that the offers are right there with the 2 packages and everything works. Guys, hope you enjoyed this. The only thing left is do a final pass through all of this, customize it in any other way you want, and then all you gotta do is hit add for review, and then it's gonna ask you a bunch of questions, what you need to do. First one is pick our build. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna add our build, we're gonna hit done. Now we have the last build, and then we're going to save it. And then it says you must complete the contact info right here. I'm not gonna show you that part. And then you hit add for review. And we are done. And there you have it. This is how you do it from start to finish. Literally, idea, you saw me build the whole thing only using one tool besides setting up RevenueCat, which is free, and then having your app development account, which is $99 per year. This was really fun. I'm gonna definitely launch this. You guys will see it below. And of course, if you wanna try RORK MAX, I have it down on below in the description. And also there's a 10% discount if you just use my name, Marcin. And of course, if you guys want to build with other people, I told you about the community. This is what we do all day long. We just build apps, have fun, build businesses. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.